we're stepping into America's most haunted forest. 1,000,000 acres of pitch pines and cedar swamps, ghost towns crumbling into the soil, a night sky darker than ink. Just endless forest. For centuries, travelers have claimed to see strange lights, spectral figures, and creatures that defy explanation. Some say the Pine Barrens are cursed. Some say the pines change you. Others say you don't come back at all. Whether you're a skeptic or chasing a Halloween scare, you'll never know until you go. So grab a torch and a friend and explore yourself, America's most haunted forest. The Jersey Devil. The most infamous story from the Pine Barrens is the Jersey Devil. In 1735, Jane Leeds, known as Mother Leeds, was pregnant with her 13th child. Frustrated, she cursed the baby, declaring it would be the devil. The child was born normal, but soon twisted into a winged creature. It lashed its tail and flew up the chimney, vanishing into the pines. In 1909, panic swept New Jersey. Newspapers reported hoofprints on rooftops, a trolley car attack, police firing at a winged beast, even schools shutting down. That's when the Jersey Devil stopped being a campfire story and became a region-wide terror, becoming America's most officially documented cryptid. The Black Dog. From Absecon Island to Barnegat Bay, locals whisper of a ghostly black dog that roams the beaches and the tree line. Unlike the ominous black dogs of English and Germanic folklore, symbols of death and bad luck, this one is said to be harmless, a silent companion, appearing and disappearing without warning. Some say the legend traces back to a pirate raid on Absecon. A crew was slaughtered, their bodies left on the sand. Among the dead, a young cabin boy and his loyal dog. The boy's spirit never returned, but his dog, they say, still lingers, a shadowy figure padding along the shoreline, watching and guiding lost travelers from the edge of the trees. Unlike other spirits and creatures of the pines, the black dog doesn't chase. The golden-haired girl. Not all spirits of the Pine Barrens haunt the forest. Some are bound to the sea. Near the inlets, locals tell of the golden-haired girl, a woman in white who stares endlessly out across the waves, mourning a lover the ocean never returned. Some versions say she is forever waiting for a sailor lost at sea. Others tell a darker story, that she fell in love with the strangely human son of the Jersey Devil. Her wealthy family forbade the match, tearing them apart. Heartbroken, she took her own life. They say the Jersey Devil himself sits beside her on the shore, silent, keeping vigil. The golden-haired girl is not a spirit of menace, but of sorrow, a reminder that in the Pine Barrens, love and loss can bind a soul as tightly as any curse. The Black Doctor. Not every spirit in the Pine Barrens is here to frighten you. Some are here to help. The legend of the Black Doctor is based on a real man, Dr. James Still. Born in the 19th century, he was a self-taught African-American physician who lived and practiced medicine in the Pine Barrens. Despite facing prejudice and hardship, he became known as the Black Doctor of the Pines, treating the sick with herbal remedies and compassion. Locals say his spirit still walks the forest roads, a lone figure holding a lantern, appearing to travelers who have lost their way. He doesn't speak, he simply guides the lost back toward the main road, and then vanishes into the night. The White Stag. One of the most enduring legends is that of the White Stag. A ghostly deer, glowing pale in the moonlight, is said to appear to travelers in the pines to warn them of danger ahead. The most famous story takes place on the sand roads near Quaker Bridge. A stagecoach was barreling through the forest when suddenly the horses refused to move. The driver cursed, whipped the reins, but the animals stood frozen, staring at the road ahead. And then he saw it, a pale white stag standing silently in the middle of the path. Before his eyes, the stag vanished. Moments later, the driver discovered why the horses had stopped. Just ahead, the bridge had washed away. Had they continued, the coach would have plunged into the river below. To this day, locals say the White Stag appears to those in peril and stands guard against disaster in the pines. The Blue Hole. Not all hauntings in the Pine Barrens wear a face. Some are places. Near Winslow Township lies the Blue Hole, a perfectly round, unnaturally cold pool. said to be bottomless. Swimmers who dared enter the blue hole have reported being pulled under by unseen forces. No ripples, no wildlife, not even insects on the surface. Just silence and an unnatural chill. Locals whisper that the water is cursed. Some say it's a gateway to another world. Captain Kidd. The Pine Barrens aren't just home to ghosts and cryptids. They're also said to guard buried treasure. Around Barnegat Bay, locals still whisper about the infamous pirate Captain Kidd. Legend says he buried part of his hoard along the Jersey coast before he was captured and executed in 1701. Treasure hunters have searched the beaches for centuries, hoping to strike gold. Some claim Captain Kidd himself still walks the shoreline on quiet nights, sometimes even in the company of the Jersey Devil. Others tell of a headless figure, a beheaded pirate, condemned to guard the hoard for eternity. Those who've gone looking for Kidd's gold say they've felt watched, and when the wind howls across Barnegat Bay, locals swear it carries the sound of chains dragging through the surf. The ghost of Quaker Bridge. On foggy nights near Batstow village, travellers speak of a woman in colonial dress standing at Quaker Bridge. She doesn't speak, she doesn't move. She simply beckons silently, her gaze fixed on the road ahead, but as you approach, she vanishes into the mist. Some say she mourns a lost love, others believe she's warning travellers of dangers yet unseen. Her presence echoes the golden-haired girl, two spirits bound to water and loss, watching from opposite shores of the pines. The Carranza Memorial. Not all legends of the Pine Barrens are centuries old. In 1928, Mexican aviator Emilio Carranza set out on a goodwill flight from New York to Mexico City. He was just 22 years old, celebrated as the Lindbergh of Mexico, a symbol of friendship between nations. But on a stormy July night, guided only by a flashlight in the cockpit, Carranza's plane went down in the Pine Barrens. He was killed instantly. Today, a stone memorial stands where his body was found, a lonely marker in the middle of the forest. Locals say if you drive there at night and flash your car lights, you may hear the drone of his plane overhead and glimpse his final signal in the darkness. Some believe Carranza's spirit still circles the pines, forever trying to finish the flight he never completed. The Atco Ghost. And finally, if you dare, drive down Burnt Mill Road in the southern New Jersey town of Atco. Park on the side, kill the engine, kill the lights, step into the dark. Now, walk away from the spot where the ghost is said to appear. Take 20 steps, then turn around. Some say you'll see the spectral form of a little boy walking toward you. Alternatively, drive the length of the road, perform a U-turn, and head back until you reach a crack in the asphalt, stretching from one side of the street to the other. Stop the car, flash your lights 3 times, honk your horn 3 times, and wait. In the silence, a young apparition may appear, dribbling a basketball down the road in slow motion. According to legend, a boy once chased his ball into the street and was struck by a car. That tragedy gave rise to the Atco Ghost. Some even say, if you park at the very end of Burnt Mill Road and turn off your lights, the Atco Ghost will come to see if yours is the car that killed him. Visiting the Pines. The Pinelands National Reserve is vast and free to enter. You can step straight into miles of sand roads and the Batona Trail, thread Wharton, Brendan, and Bass River State Forests, and reach ghost towns, cedar swamps, and that unsettling cobalt water. Phones may fail you. Carry a map, respect the history and the forest. The Pine Barrens are more than just trees and shadows. They're a place where folklore still breathes, where pirates guard their treasure, where a doctor's lantern lights the lost, and where the Jersey Devil may still spread its wings. Some legends fade, but others wait for you to rediscover them in the dark. If you enjoyed this journey into America's most haunted forest, subscribe for more tales that blur the line between history and horror. Our next story might be closer to home than you know.